Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. I have the pleasure to be joined by David Robinson, Repton Boxing Chairman. David, how are you today?
I'm fine, but I've got a bit of a chill on my chest at the moment. But I'm fine.
Perfect. Well, hopefully you recover soon. But today we're here at the iconic York Hall for the Tony Burns tournament, Repton's home show. How are you feeling ahead of the occasion?
Well, I feel great to be able to. The Repton have taken on this show tournament for the 3 years on the run. We're really hoping to get this to be our local venue again. And it's all about cost. Well, we've got local supporting us and some sponsors. We'll be here for the next maybe 10, 20 years because this is where Tony learned his boys. This is what it's all about, being here at York Hall. Fortunately, my son boxed here 35 times. He won 34 out of 35, and he always says his first bout ever here with Tony. Said, that remains him for every minute of his life. It's such an iconic hall and a place to be all over the world. And my son's boxed all over the world. He said, "But this is the best."
Incredible. I was going to say I boxed here last week, and it was a bit incredible for me as well. But talk to me, for those that didn't know Tony Burns. Kind of obviously this is the Tony Burns tournament today. How iconic and how important was he with the rise of Repton boxing over the years?
Well, Tony was quite an impatient person. When I joined the club was starting to move forward quite a lot, as I say, with the people I just mentioned who've been not with us no more, like Georgie Bowers and Georgie Odwell and Billy Taylor. And he was trying to get it all going, and he wanted urgency, he wanted us to be there, he was changing the methods all round. But it was always he's irritated, but Tony always remained calm, and he didn't bear falls easily. And if you didn't understand what he was thinking about, he would soon let you know it. But we all got the grip where he was coming from, and it's like you walked into the club and you saw Tony there, and he wouldn't say nothing, and he'd say to me, "Come here, Robbo, what do you think of him?" And I look at the two boys spar, and I went, "Yeah, he ain't bad." He went, "Ain't bad? What's his footwork and what's his outspeed hand?" He see things that I never saw. I could see the boxer boxing, but he would watch all different things, and he had that in his head. It was inbuilt in him, what he see. He could see a boy, he said, "I can make him a champion." And he knew instantly, the makeup of the boy, how the boy was, the way he stances, and he was. The thing was, Tony was always right. Got it dead right first off. He was a very iconic figure, and sarcasm never stopped. He was always sarcastic. They used to call me names every day of the week. I go, "All right, son, carry on with it all this day." But I got on really well with Tony. He was. When I told him, "I'm all for you," the committee will support you, all the training staff, and that's it. He said, "That's it. I want us to be the top club." And we've had a few wobbly years since then, but we are trying to get back on track now with the lads we got there, the trainers we got there, and I think we will be back. We're the top London club at the moment, with the amount of champions we've had. I just want to be the top club in England again, and I will set the Tony there. I'm still there doing it, Tony.
Definitely. I mean, the Repton Boxing Club, whoever, obviously the list of fighters that you guys have produced, champions, Darren Barker, John H. Tracy, Audley Harrison, I know Maisie Rose is coming down, Jimmy Sains as well. Why have Repton Boxing Club been so consistent, obviously with the help of likes of yourself, Tony as well? How have they been so consistent in producing so many champions?
Well, I think what it is, once Tony took over the reins of running it, he attracted... He had like a machine brain in his head, and he attracted this cycle of very good champions. And what happens is champions breed champions. A boy down the road or up the road of West Ham or wherever will say, "I want to go to the Repton. I want to win a schoolboy title. I want to win an ABA title." And they came here, and that was the thing. It worked out for us. They just wanted to be at the Repton, and we had boys knocking on the door, and Tony would go, "All right, the boys were with Tony. We'll give him a spin." And they go, he ain't. We'll give him a little while. And I go, "You sure, Tony?" And he said, "No, David, that boy's definitely got something. We'll keep him a bit longer." And he just was that magical thing in his head. He knew. And for a boxer to come under Tony Burns, it was like, for them, they would try. And they were like, my Jane was under him for like 12 years. And they would really go the extra length to just prove themselves they're worthwhile being a Repton boxer. And if you're a Repton boxer, well, then you're in for a championship, a winning championship,
Definitely, I think it proves the amount of champions that kind of turn over in the pros, win world titles, the amount of them who say, "I was at Repton," either for the whole of their amateur career or for a bit of their amateur career. It's frightening as well. But also, my final question to you, David, kind of obviously we've mentioned a few of the fighters that are here tonight. They've come down to watch the Tony Burns tournament, but how important is it for you when these fighters come back to Repton after turning pro and they still have Repton kind of in their hearts? They always remember Repton fondly. How does that feel?
Well, what it is, it's respect for the club. They trained them, and it's the inbuilt sense of loyalty to remain with the Repton. And they still phone me up every now and again and go, when's your show? When we say we're back at York Hall, they turn up, they want to be here, they want to be part of it, the flavour they were growing up with since young kids. And it goes, no, we keep the cycle going, and it's always in there. The first thing they say, oh, I remember you boxed at so-and-so in Newcastle or Southend or wherever, and you remember that night, and they win a title, it always stays in their head, and I always remember them kids all the time. It's in there all the time.
Definitely. Well, David, I know the boxing's already started, and I think we've missed the knockdown as well, so I'll let you get on. But David, thank you very much.
Anytime.
Great, thank you very much, David.